Welcome back to ZMA All Outdoors, everybody. Today we're going to be cooking the meal that I lost 40 pounds using. It's going to be a stew. Let's give glory to God and say anything's possible with Jesus in your life. Now let me show you the ingredients and we'll get started. Alright, now for the ingredients. You're going to need garlic powder, Italian seasoning, barbecue sauce, golden potatoes, Spanish rice, 2 things of stew starter, carrots, 2 cubes of this beef bouillon, green chilies, beef broth, 2 cans of fire roasted diced tomatoes, 1 package of beefy onion soup mix, 2.5 pounds of hamburger meat, 2 bell peppers, 1.5 onions, and an entire stalk of celery. Let me get all this stuff cut up and we'll get started. All right, first thing you gotta do is put your Instapot on saute and get the hamburger meat in there cooking. I'm gonna cook this down and then drain the grease off of it. I almost forgot, you're definitely gonna need some pepperoni peppers. Now that the hamburger meat's starting to brown, we're gonna add the diced onions in with it so they'll cook down a little bit. Alright, I got the onions and the meat cooking. Wash the celery. Now I'm going to chop it up and add it to it once the meat's done. Now that you have your hamburger meat and onions cooked down, you need to drain it. When your meat gets done draining, add it back to the pot. Then you can take your vegetables. I got celery, pepperoni peppers, and 2 bell peppers in here. Carrots, whole bag of minced carrots. Yeah, we're just going to use half a bag. 2 cans of fire roasted diced tomatoes. 1 can of green chilies. Let me get the potatoes cut up and then we'll add them. Okay, got the potatoes all cut up and we're going to add them. See how much more room we got? Then you want to add 2 things of beef stew mix, stew starter. 1 package of beefy onion soup mix and 2 cubes of beef bouillon. One bag of Ben's Spanish rice. Now for the Italian seasoning. Garlic powder. That's what it should look like. Now you want to take your beef broth and just go right below the vegetable line. Now if you wanted just a really good stew, you could stop right there and you would have one. But if you want a great stew, you take this Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce and add most of the bottle. And stir it in. That's what it should look like. I came back in with beef broth and filled it right up below the vegetable line. They're going to reduce down a little bit. Now we're going to put the lid on and we're going to cook it for 40 minutes, 2 times. I will see y'all when it's done. All right, it's done. We got to let the steam off of it. All right, it's done. And put some of this in a bowl. I put crackers and cheese in the bowl for my first bowl, but since I'm trying to diet, that's the only bowl I'll do it with. Now I'm gonna let that cool off for a while, and then I will be back whenever I try it. Here we go. Oh, the meal that I've used for about a month and a half to lose 40 pounds. Y'all gotta try that. That's some of the best stuff I've ever eaten. Till next time, take care. Be safe, God bless, and I will see y'all later.